Today we got the Battle of the Supermen. New 52 Superman taking on the Superman from the Injustice universe. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Kal-El was born to living parents Jor-El, prominent scientist, and Laura Lorvain, a military tactician. In Jor-El's findings, he realized their planet, Krypton, was doomed and going to be destroyed. They sent away baby Kal in a rocket, aimed towards Earth, where they knew their son would be strong under the yellow sun. The rocket landed near a small town in Kansas, where it was found by Jonathan and Martha Kent. Raised as Clark Kent, he decided to put his powers to good use and became the hero known as Superman. Now, Superman has some very impressive strength feats during this run. In the New 52, Clark might actually be the strongest version of Superman that we've seen in quite some while. He's bench pressed the weight of the Earth for 5 days straight, and only dropped 1 bead of sweat, pushed Warworld into the Phantom Zone after being exposed to kryptonite, and even helped to stop the Brainiac mothership from colliding with Earth, and this ship absolutely dwarfed the planet. His punches can be felt from the core of the planet all the way to the watchtower in orbit. He's punched Wraith through the moon, and knocked Mongol 200 miles out to sea. Clark has flown from the edge of the universe back to Earth in 60 days, and from Pluto to Earth in just a few moments. But in combat, he's tagged Flash with a simple flick of his finger, and it's been said that he can process information in a few seconds that would take a supercomputer a few years. He survived crashing into the moon, and the shockwave of a planet exploding. He's tanked Darkseid's Omega Blast, and even a beating from gods. He's used his heat vision to boil part of an ocean and melt an aircraft carrier in order to trap opponents, and has used its freeze breath to even freeze an intangible man. And then according to the Injustice Superman. In an Elseworld where Superman is drugged by the Joker and accidentally kills a pregnant Lois Lane and nukes Metropolis, his worldview greatly changes, and he murders Joker in a fit of rage, calling his fellow heroes to forcibly instate world peace and go to any lengths necessary to protect innocence. His black and white morals become progressively grayer as he threatens governments, allies with Sinestro and the Sinestro Corps, and kills both criminals and former friends turned enemies who oppose his totalitarian regime. Superman is strong enough to easily shatter Green Lantern constructs, tackle Sinestro into the moon, and subdue Captain Atom, and Clark has even been able to catch a punch from Hercules, and he's actually managed to even kill Hercules. He's traded blows with Captain Atom, but even survived a point-blank explosion from Atom dying, survived a blast from Ganthet, and Wonder Woman's sword straight up shatters on his arm, even though it was able to pierce Captain Atom's skin. Clark is also fast enough to blitz Hal Jordan, and can play a game of chess and having a conversation with the Flash, all in the matter of moments. His heat vision is surprisingly powerful, as it bisected Green Lantern, killed Martian Manhunter, and even burnt a hole straight through Shazam's head. And then when Superman had a Yellow Lantern ring, well, he was able to easily take a blast from Ganthet, and went on to fly both Ganthet and Mogo into the sun. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, since we got 2 different versions of Superman going head-to-head here, the most important question we need to answer here is, which of these 2 is more powerful? Injustice's greatest strength feat is probably when he bull-rushed Mogo, pushing the planet into the sun. So how big exactly is Mogo, especially in comparison to the Earth? Well, that's kind of difficult to say, because when comparing to the size of the sun, it's clearly much larger than the Earth. But over here, we see that it's smaller than the Earth, more like the size of a large moon. Now clearly some of this is just an artist's interpretation of the planet, so to make it easier on everything, we'll just say that Mogo is the size of Earth. So Injustice pushed the Earth into the sun at faster than the speed of light. Pretty impressive. However, New 52 did something equally impressive, if not more so, when he bench pressed the Earth for 5 days straight. And he did it without recharging under the sun, and said that all of it was pretty easy. And the thing is, that's not even New 52's greatest strength feat. That would be when he helped Martian Manhunter move the Brainiac mothership, which just completely dwarfed the planet. New 52 is the stronger one. But simple lifting strength isn't really the most important factor in this fight. What's more important is striking power. It's not really about who's stronger, but about who can throw the stronger punch. New 52's thrown punches strong enough to level mountains, and defeated Doomsday even after he was already weakened. And this was a Doomsday who had just trashed Wonder Woman earlier on. He's knocked Mongol and Lobo hundreds of miles away, and even punched Wraith through the moon. Injustice just hasn't shown that same level of striking power, even though he did one-shot Sinestro with a backhand, and accidentally mortally wounded Superboy with one punch. And even while those aren't as impressive on their own, it's even worse for Injustice in this fight, because the characters and villains in the New 52 are more impressive. Like, we've seen what Mongol and Doomsday can do. We've seen them going up against other heroes, and we have plenty of feats to gauge their level of power. You can't say the same for Injustice. Superboy isn't really used a whole lot throughout the series, and even though Sinestro is in it quite a bit, he's never proven himself to be as powerful as the Sinestro from the New 52 universe. Durability-wise, Injustice has fought against characters like Captain Atom, Hercules, and Wonder Woman, and even survived an explosion from Captain Atom that Atom said was able to destroy continents. He's also survived a blast from the Guardian Ganthet, although he was instantly knocked out by the attack. But New 52 has survived a shot from a gun that was supposed to be able to crack a continent, hits from Doomsday and Darkseid, and even planetary explosions. He's also just as durable on the molecular level, as New 52 has survived ice that transforms anything that touches it into ice, fire that transforms things into fire, and can even survive against Doomsday's molecular death aura. So for both strength and durability, New 52 is taking the advantage here. I'd really say that speed is where these two are the closest, as they've both been able to react to the Flash and even have conversations with the Flash in microseconds, and at faster than light speed. But see, even though they're equal in speed, that doesn't do any good for Injustice, because they're equal in speed. New 52 is definitely stronger and more durable, and with being equal in speed, that gives him the physical advantage. No, Injustice's only real shot in this fight is if somehow his heat vision is more powerful than New 52's, and if his ruthless and lethal ways will allow him to claim the victory. Well, Injustice's heat vision is very powerful, as he has no real problem using it at full power. He's even used it to kill Martian Manhunter and Shazam. Well, John has a weakness to fire, so we gotta take that into consideration. And well, Shazam is a lot like Sinestro and Superboy, in that he just doesn't have a whole lot of feats and isn't as powerful as his New 52 or post-Crisis counterpart. So just because Injustice's heat vision was able to kill these guys doesn't necessarily mean they'll take New 52 out of the fight. Especially when we're considering how durable New 52 is against attacks, and specifically energy attacks. He's easily held up to Power Girl's heat vision, and even survived Darkseid's Omega Blast. So Injustice's heat vision shouldn't give him too much problem. If anything, New 52's heat vision might actually be more powerful, as he's used it to cause his own hand to bleed before. And we just saw what his skin has stood up to before, so the fact that his heat vision was able to make him bleed is pretty impressive. So it looks like Injustice's only real shot is that New 52 will hold back in the fight, and he can take advantage of that and kill him with his more ruthless actions. But I don't really see that happening, because there's a real difference between wanting to kill someone and actually being able to kill them. Like, I could want to kill a grizzly bear in a hand-to-hand fight, or take down the mountain from Game of Thrones. That doesn't mean I can. I'm just not strong or powerful enough. Same concept here. New 52 has been proven to be more powerful. So even though I'm sure Injustice would want to kill him, he won't be able to. And with New 52's greater power, he's actually the one who's going to be able to come out on top here. New 52 Superman wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Just sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just like the one every single weekday, and I will see y'all next time.